Are you feeling strange symptoms and wondering if they could mean you're pregnant? It can be confusing and even a little scary to notice changes in your body and not know what they mean. Don't worry, this video is here to help. We'll go over the early signs of pregnancy, especially in the first week, so you can understand what's happening. In this video, I'll explain common early pregnancy symptoms like cramping, nausea, and more, so you'll know what to look for. If you're trying to get pregnant or just curious about these early signs, this video is for you. Make sure to watch the full video so you don't miss any important information. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel for more helpful videos like this one. Let's get started. 1. Implantation bleeding. Implantation bleeding is one of the first signs that you might be pregnant. It happens when a fertilized egg attaches itself to the lining of your uterus. This process is natural and a key step in the early stages of pregnancy. As the egg implants, you may notice some light bleeding or spotting. This bleeding is usually much lighter than your normal period and may be pink or brown. This spotting typically occurs about 6 to 12 days after conception, before you even realize you're pregnant. Some women might mistake it for the start of their period, but it's usually much lighter and doesn't last as long. If you notice this kind of bleeding and think you might be pregnant, it's a good idea to take a pregnancy test or consult a doctor. 2. Mild cramping. Mild cramping is another early sign of pregnancy that many women experience. It's often confused with menstrual cramps because it feels similar. This cramping happens because your body is adjusting to the changes that come with early pregnancy. As the fertilized egg implants into the uterine lining, you might feel a mild pulling or tingling sensation in your lower abdomen. These cramps usually occur around the same time as implantation bleeding, which is about 6 to 12 days after conception. The cramps are typically light and not as intense as the ones you might feel during your period. If you notice these cramps along with other early pregnancy symptoms, it might be a good idea to take a pregnancy test or talk to a healthcare provider to confirm if you're pregnant. 3. Breast tenderness and changes. Breast tenderness and changes are common early signs of pregnancy. Due to hormonal changes, your breasts might start to feel sore, swollen, or even a bit tingly. This happens because your body is preparing for the possibility of breastfeeding, causing the breast tissue to grow and become more sensitive. You might also notice that your breasts feel heavier than usual, and the area around your nipples, called the areolas, may start to darken. These changes can begin as early as 1 to 2 weeks after conception, sometimes before you even realize you're pregnant. If you notice these signs along with other early pregnancy symptoms, it could be a good idea to take a pregnancy test or consult with your doctor to confirm. 4. Fatigue. Fatigue is one of the earliest signs of pregnancy and can make you feel unusually tired. This tiredness happens because of hormonal changes in your body, especially an increase in progesterone. Progesterone is a hormone that supports pregnancy, but it can also make you feel very sleepy and low on energy. This kind of fatigue can start as early as 1 week after conception, even before you know you're pregnant. You might find yourself needing more rest than usual or feeling like you can't keep up with your normal activities. If you're feeling persistently tired and notice other early pregnancy symptoms, it could be a sign that you're pregnant, and it might be time to take a test or talk to a healthcare provider. 5. Nausea and morning sickness. Nausea and morning sickness are often associated with later stages of pregnancy, but some women can start feeling queasy as early as the first week. This nausea can come on suddenly and may be triggered by certain smells or foods that never bothered you before. You might find that your favorite foods now make you feel sick, or that you have a strong aversion to certain odors. While it's more common for nausea to kick in during the second month of pregnancy, it's possible to experience it earlier. This early nausea can be one of the first signs that you might be pregnant. If you're feeling nauseous and suspect you could be expecting, it's a good idea to take a pregnancy test or consult with a doctor. 6. Frequent urination. Frequent urination is another early sign of pregnancy that some women experience. When you become pregnant, your body starts producing more blood to support the growing baby. This increase in blood causes your kidneys to process more fluid, which means you might find yourself needing to go to the bathroom more often than usual. This need to urinate more frequently can start within the first few weeks of pregnancy, sometimes before you even realize you're expecting. You might notice that you're making more trips to the bathroom, even if you haven't been drinking more fluids than usual. If this happens along with other early pregnancy symptoms, it could be a sign that you're pregnant. So it might be a good idea to take a test or speak with a healthcare provider. 7. Mood swings. Mood swings are common in early pregnancy, caused by the rapid hormonal changes your body is going through. These hormones can affect your brain's chemistry, leading to sudden shifts in your emotions. You might find yourself feeling very happy one moment and then unexpectedly irritable or sad the next, often without any clear reason. These mood swings can start as early as the first week after conception, even before you know you're pregnant. You might notice that you're more sensitive or emotional than usual, reacting more strongly to things that wouldn't normally bother you. If you're experiencing these mood changes along with other early pregnancy signs, it could be an indication that you're expecting, so consider taking a pregnancy test or consulting a doctor for confirmation and guidance. 8. Elevated basal body temperature. Elevated basal body temperature is another early sign of pregnancy that some women notice. Basal body temperature is your body's temperature at rest, usually measured first thing in the morning before getting out of bed. After ovulation, your body temperature slightly increases due to hormonal changes. And if you become pregnant, this temperature remains elevated instead of dropping back down. To detect this change, many women track their basal body temperature daily, noticing a consistent rise that stays up even after ovulation. This consistently higher temperature can be an early indicator that you might be pregnant. It's a subtle sign, but if you're actively monitoring your temperature and see that it remains higher than usual, it could be a clue that your body is adjusting to early pregnancy. If this is combined with other early pregnancy symptoms, it might be time to take a pregnancy test or consult a healthcare provider. 9. Food cravings or aversions. Food cravings or aversions are common signs of pregnancy, often driven by hormonal changes in your body. You might suddenly develop a strong desire for specific foods that you didn't care for before. Or you might find that foods you used to love now make you feel queasy or even repulsed. These changes in your appetite can seem to come out of nowhere, but they are a natural part of how your body responds to pregnancy. These cravings and aversions can start early in pregnancy, sometimes in the first few weeks, though they are more common later in the first trimester. You might find yourself reaching for certain snacks more often, or avoiding foods that suddenly don't appeal to you anymore. If you notice these sudden changes in your eating habits, along with other early pregnancy symptoms, it might be a sign that you're expecting. It's a good idea to take a pregnancy test or talk to a doctor for confirmation. Thank you for watching this video on early pregnancy symptoms. I hope it helped you understand what to expect in the first few weeks of pregnancy. If you found this information useful, please give this video a like. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more helpful content on pregnancy and health. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so feel free to leave a comment below with your questions or experiences. Your feedback is important to us. If you think someone else might benefit from this video, please share it with them. Your support helps us create more valuable content for you. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.